again, bago tayo magsimula, I would like to provide emphasis on some things. Okay? For example, dito kay Shine X, yung ating exponential analogs. So, pagka may Shine X tayo, di ba sabi sa atin that is e raised to x minus e raised to negative x over 2. Okay? But if in the case na merong coefficient si x like say 3x, okay? So 3x ang meron ka, that would be e raised to 3x minus e raised to negative 3x over 2. So ganun lang naman yung ginagawa natin kapag ka merong coefficient. Yung exponent nababago lang. Okay? So yan, yun lang naman. Yun lang yung gusto kong i-clarify. And then the rest are the same. Let's proceed with our first problem. So our first problem, sabi dito, we have to evaluate the cotangent of 5x, the hyperbolic cotangent of 5x. So, kung cotangent 5x ito, ang pwede natin gawin is, so okay lang kung mag-exponential, pero madali lang naman sa trigonometric ang cotangent. 'Di ba ang cotangent natin from our inverse identities, ang cotangent natin is cos 5x ay cos over sine. Wala pala ako nilagay dito. Okay, 'di ba yan lang naman 'yon? So this becomes cos 5x over sine 5x dx. So pareho naman tayong naka first degree, pwede na tayong mag-let u. Kapag nag-let u tayo, okay, so kunin natin yung nasa ilalim. So let u is equal to sine 5x, yung denominator. So our du is 5 cos 5x dx. That is the derivative of this. And therefore, our dx is du over 5 cos 5x. Okay? Now, substitute back natin. Kung nagtataka kayo bakit nagkakaroon ng 5 doon, kasi pag nagdi-derivative tayo ng trigonometric or ng hyperbolic, ginagawa natin, ito ini-integrate natin. Yung sine, nagiging cos. Tapos nare-retain ito. And from our differential calculus sa ating chain rule, di ba kailangan natin itong kunin yung derivative ng u with respect to x. Okay? So, in this case, hindi tayo naglalagay ng with respect to x. Kaya ang nangyayari, ayaw mo-delete. Okay, kaya ang nangyayari, yung derivative ng 5x will be cos 5x. Ang derivative ng 5x ay 5 dx. Kaya tayo napunta sa 5 cos 5x dx. Okay? So, substitute natin. Ang numerator natin ay cos 5x over ating sin x is u multiplied by du over 5 cos 5x. So, makakancel na yung cos 5x. Ang may iwan sa atin, ilabas natin yung 5. Diba 1/5 yan? So, pag nilabas natin, dapat 1/5 pa rin. 1/5 integral ng du over u. So, this becomes 1/5 of ln u, absolute value of u, plus c. Or basically, that is 1/5 ln. Our u is sin 5x. So, we have sin 5x dito plus c. And this is our answer. Okay. So, kung puro trigonometric yung function na meron tayo, mas madali na gumamit na lang tayo ng magstay tayo sa hyperbolic. Okay? So, again, kung puro hyperbolic function yung kung nalalaman, like for example, ito hyperbolic, huwag nyo na siyang i-convert into exponential. So, nagko-convert lang tayo into exponential analogs if yung ating function or yung integrand, it includes yung logarithmics or it includes exponential. Kaya lang natin i-convert. Pero kapag ka naka-purely hyperbolic lang siya, stay ka lang doon. Okay? Huwag mo na i-convert to exponential. Okay? Next. Let's proceed with problem number 2. So, our next problem is integral of cos x over cos squared x minus 1. So, integral ng cos x over cos squared x minus 1 dx. Tama ba? Tama naman. Okay. So, in this case, parehong cos. Pag nag-let you ka kagad dito, sir, let you tayo. Na let you natin, sir, na ano, cos x. So, du, sir, is sine x dx. O, isa natin tatanggalin si sine. So, hindi pwede. Kailangan para makapag-let you tayo ng cos x, magkaroon tayo ng sine. Okay? So, kailangan may kakontra si cos. So, hanapan natin ng kakontra si cos using trigonometric identities. Itong ating first degree na cos, wala ka na dyan, hindi mo mababago yan. Pero yung second degree, sabi ko nga sa inyo, pag naka second degree yung ating cos at yung cosine at sine, pwede natin silang i-convert, di ba? So, convert natin to using Pythagorean identities. Pagdating sa hyperbolic, ang formula ng ating Pythagorean identity ay cosine squared x minus sine squared x is equal to 1. Therefore, yung cosine squared x minus 1, yan ay equivalent sa sine squared x. Okay? So, pwede pala natin itong i-rewrite as cos x over sine x, sine squared x dx. O, ngayon, pwede na tayo mag-let u. At in this case, i-let u natin, let u yung nasa denominator kasi nakaparang fraction form naman tayo no. So sabi ko nga kapag fraction form, 'di ba, parang priority natin lagi dapat yung denominator. So let u, try natin sine x. Huwag niyo nang ilalagay yung squared kasi kaya naman natin i-solve yan using power formula later on. So du is magiging cos x, okay? Cos x dx, therefore our dx is du over cos x. So, substitute natin, we have the integral of cos x. Yung sine squared x, that is u, tapos naka-squared siya, kaya u squared. Then, our dx is du over cos x. Cancelin na natin to. So, dito, meron tayong integral ng du over u squared. So, hindi ito ln, hindi ito natural logarithm. Ito ay power. Kasi, pag itinaas ko si negative 2, yan, pwede natin gamitin. Take note, pag naka-square to, hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng na square or greater than 2 yung ating power. Hindi ka pwede gumamit ng ng natural log, Okay, ginagamit natin dito ay power. So, here we have u raised to negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1 plus c. So, therefore, we have u raised to negative 1 over negative 1 plus c, or basically, shift tayo dito, this is equal to 1 over negative. Yung negative, lalabas natin dito. Ayun yun. Okay, yung negative na to, labas dito. Negative. Yung u raised to negative 1 from our loss of exponent, bababa yan. Plus c. So, therefore, this is 1 over our u is sine. Sine x plus c. Yung 1 over sine, that is cosecant x plus c. And this is our answer for this problem. Negative cosec plus c. Okay, so moving on tayo. We are now on problem number 3. Sabi sa problem number 3, we have to evaluate the integral of cos x over 2 plus 3 sine x dx. Uy, medyo complicated. Okay, so paano kaya ang gagawin? Yung cos and sine, since present sila, magka-contra sila, or magka-partner sila, pwede tayo nang mag-let u kasi maka-cancel na natin. So, i-let u natin yung, sabi natin, pag naka-fraction, priority natin ang denominator. 2 plus 3 sine x. Siyempre, kapag nag-fail yung denominator, itry natin yung numerator. Okay? So, our du here, ang derivative ng 2 ay 0. Ang derivative ng 3 sine x ay 3 cos x dx. So, therefore, our dx is du over 3 cos x. Substitute natin, we have the integral now, okay, of cos x over pangit na sulat, cos x over yung 2 plus 3 sin x magiging u, and our dx becomes du over 3 cos x. So, cancel yung cos x, yung 1/3 pwede nating ilabas. So, magiging 1/3 integral ng du over u. So, basically, this is 1/3 ng, ito ang pwedeng gawing ln u plus c, which is equal to 1/3 ln absolute value. Ang u natin ay 2 plus 3 sin x plus c. And this is our answer for this problem. Now, common mistake, alam ko may mga nag-iisip, sir, what if yung u ko, ang ginawa ko lang 3 sin x. Ang magiging du ko po ba dyan, sir? Pareho lang, di ba? 3 cos x dx. Tama, pareho lang. So, dx pa rin ay du over 3 cos x. Makakancel pa rin natin yung numerator. Sige, try natin i-substitute. So, we have here cos x over 2 plus yung 3 sin x, since yun lang yung pinili mo, siya lang yung magiging u. Multiplied dun sa ating dx na du over 3 cos x. Cancel natin yung cos x. That would be, labas natin si 1/3. That would be integral ng du over 2 plus u. Unfortunately, hindi applicable dito agad yung ating ln u. Kailangan pa natin gumamit ng isa pang technique, isa pang substitution kapag ganito ginawa mo. So, ang gawin natin, since hindi available dito yung ating u substitution, mag-let k tayo equivalent sa 2 plus u, then therefore our dk is du. So, that would be now 1/3 ng integral ng yung ating du magiging dk, yung ating 2 plus u magiging k. So, we have now 1/3 ng ln of k plus c. Yung k natin kasi 2 plus u yun. So, this becomes 1/3 ng ln ng 2 plus u plus c. Yung u natin, 3 plus sin x yun. So, this becomes 1/3 ln of 2 plus 3 sin x plus c. So, lumabas pa rin yung tamang sagot kahit na ang piliin mo ay maliit. Yun nga lang, there are some instances na kailangan mong gumamit pa ng isang u-sub or maging dalawa yung u-sub mo para masagot mo yung problem. Siguro yun lang naman yung common pitfall nito. Huwag nyo lang pipiliin na yung u ninyo ay cos x. Pagka yan yung pinili nyo kasi, tama, may sin x kayo. Pero hindi natin siya makakancel kasi si sin x may kasamang 2 plus 3. Okay? May kasama siya ditong constant. So, hindi natin basta-basta makakancel. So, mamamali tayo dito. Okay? So, that's it for this problem, for this part. See you on the next part.